good blessed Friday evening, May the 21st, 2021. It's about 6:34 p.m. I'd like to greet all human beings all around the world with a universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter what your nationality is. It doesn't matter whether you're light-skinned or dark-skinned. Doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't even matter whether you're the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. Doesn't matter if you're my family friend, nor my proclaimed enemy. Doesn't matter even if you like me, nor my YouTube channel, which is Raymond, R-A-Y-M-O-N-D, I-V-I-V-Y. Today, what I want to come to you all today is to say that, I'm praying for the peace for the Israelis and the Palestinians. I pray for world peace. Most times I pray for peace here in the United States among black people because daily, especially in Chicago and Atlanta and most other places, blacks is killing blacks by the dozens, by the day. I look at a lot of different states, a lot of different cities, and I see a lot of blacks is preparing for protesters for justice for the Palestinians. Now, I don't have anything wrong with that. And they speaking about something that's going on over in Israel and in Palestine. But what I can't understand is, hey, how you doing? What I can't understand is at any time before I leave the face of this earth, all right now, before I leave the face of this earth, that the way blacks is coming in numbers to protest against the violence that Israel is putting on the Palestinians over in Israel, I wonder would these same individuals come together with us? And don't get me wrong now, I got Muslim friends, Christian friends, Catholic friends, I even got friends that's atheists. But I always see blacks coming together for other people's causes. You see what I'm saying? And some people even quote, Martin Luther King, but Martin Luther King ain't the only one said it. John F. Kennedy Jr. said it. One of the popes said it. They said where there's a injustice anywhere, there's a threat to justice everywhere. But see, people can quote that when it's concerning somebody else, but they can't quote it when it's concerning the black people, period. Now, me and my two young daughters, 14 and 15, going on 15 and 16, we've been going down to Carbondale, Illinois, protesting ourselves about their oldest brother, about my oldest and only son being found hung on March the 19th, 2021 in the 400 block of Oakland Street on the third floor in those apartment buildings on the corner of Oakland and Sycamore. Now, some of y'all that's marching tomorrow in Carbondale, which is May the 22nd, 2021, tomorrow is Saturday. I'm wondering how many of y'all I can get, because I asked before, can I get to where we can do some marching and protesting to find out what happened to my son? You see, it's easy to say you, my son, friend. When I was down there, some white guy said, yeah, I know Bryan. He my friend. But yet, He said he heard Bryan blew his head off. Then he heard Bryan hung himself. Other people that claim, black and white, claim that they was my son's friend. But I'm wondering, what's the definition of friend? You see, I can tell you the definition that I believe the definition of Christian is one who submit a Christian is one who be Christ-like, like Jesus. You see what I'm saying? If Jesus see you sitting here starving, Jesus ain't gonna lay there and make some type of deal with you to feed you. Jesus gonna feed you. You see, me and my daughters, we see people that's on drugs. We see people that's hungry. They come to the house. You know, if it's a female, I don't say, yeah, we'll feed you. You give me some sex. I don't tell the guy, we feed you if you wash my vehicles. You know what we do? We feed. And those that we know that need help, whether it's drugs or mental health, we'll do our best to try to help them. You see, I'm going to show you how much friend that me and my two young daughters was to my son. We made plenty of trips to Carbondale, Illinois, from Charleston, Missouri, before my son was found hung. You see what I'm saying? And these people that saying that they friends of his, why do me and my daughters and them have to keep on coming down from Charleston, Missouri, taking them to Walmart, spending $300-400 worth of clothes for them, getting them, buying them new cell phones, giving them money. You see what I'm saying? Making sure he get back to the destination where he's staying at. But yet, some people that call themselves friends, we don't even make it back to Missouri. And they know he got a bad habit. So what they do is offer him some of that poison. You see what I'm saying? To get his cell phone. Offer him some of that poison to get the little money that we done gave him. Offer him some of that poison to get his clothes. But that's what they call friends. You see, a Muslim, you could say you're a Muslim, but a Muslim is one who submit himself to Allah. Allah is the Arabic word that means God. You see, this grass is submitting to the will of God because it's green. That water is in this bird bath is submitting to the will of God because it's staying still. Them bushes is submitting to the will of God because they're green. But you can't be submitting to the will of God when you taking advantage of somebody that you know need help. You see what I'm saying? When you taking advantage of somebody that need help, in Islam, let me tell y'all that say y'all Muslims, and if the shoe fit wear, let me tell y'all what we say. In Islam, in Arabic, we say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. That means we seek refuge. I seek refuge with God from Satan, the rejected enemy, the accursed devil, in the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. You see, when you do evil, evil gonna eventually catch up on you. See, a lot of people that I met, they think my meekness is weakness. You see what I'm saying? I'm far from being stupid. You see what I'm saying? My son, if anybody failed him, I did. Because I thought he had friends in Carbondale. But my son ain't had no friends in Carbondale. You see, since his death, ain't damn person that supposed to be his friend, ain't damn person said, do you need any finance help in burying your son? But he's buried now. You see what I'm saying? Do you need us to march? You see what I'm saying? To try to get some justice for your son? Ain't nobody march, but I give it to the NAACP in Carbondale. For from the beginning, when I first touched down in Carbondale, when I found out about my son's death, which was, I found out March the 22nd or the 23rd, and I came down there and met his mother coming from Chicago on the 24th of March. NAAC right then and there. got in contact with the law enforcement officials when I told them I had a concern. I don't believe my son hung himself then, and I don't believe my son hung himself now. You see what I'm saying? They got involved. Some other people that I met there personally, they got involved. You see, it's one thing to say, to help this brother when you right in Carbondale yourself. You see what I'm saying? And I can see you for every cause but this. You see what I'm saying? You know, I had a little surgery, but I'm finna recuperate, and I'll be back down there. You see what I'm saying? One thing I ain't afraid of is death. I ain't afraid of somebody because they wear a badge, a judge wear a black robe. You see what I'm saying? I'm not scared of the state's attorney, and I'm not scared of the toughest individual in Carbondale. I don't care what you is. If you took my son's life, I'm coming to find out who you was. And those that y'all that done used my son and talking about you was helping my son, the Quran speaks about y'all. You see what I'm saying? The Quran speaks about the evildoer. You see what I'm saying? They speaks about the whisper of evil. They say they whisper in the ears of mankind, and then they withdraw after they whisper. In other words, they tell you one thing that's evil, having you to think that they are doing some good, but they're doing no good. God allowed my eyes and my two young daughter eyes to be just like an x-ray machine when it comes to human beings. We can see right through you. You see, your action speaks louder than your words. You see, I'm wondering, after they get through, I think they got a ceasefire now. Ain't no ceasefire in the black neighborhoods where blacks are study killing blacks. I think that the president was talking about a ceasefire in Jerusalem, in Israel, but ain't no ceasefire in Chicago where little kids and women is getting killed. Ain't no ceasefire in Atlanta, Georgia, where kids and women, black, I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? Black. You see, some of them black kids could be Christian, Muslim, or whatever, but is these Palestinians gonna march with us too? Whether they do or not, guess what? Me and my daughters will march along. And any of y'all that done misused my son, which I know some of y'all have in Carbondale, Illinois, it's gonna come back. What you think I don't know, I know already. You see what I'm saying? And some of y'all was using my son for your benefit. But in the end, you reap what you sow. Peace be still.